Good morning, y'all, and welcome back to the house. So, in the last video, you learned that we made a big change in our life, and I now have a new job. And the last video that we showed you the house was actually us having the pest control done. And we just came over here for the first time, and Alicia found lots of sleeping friends.
Along the border, lots and lots of insects. Thankfully, not yet, no mice. We have a little mice trap up here and we have one up in the roof, so no furry friends are living with us, but boy, do we have some spiders and beetles and even an earthworm in the house. That was interesting.
Last time we left you, we were getting ready to rip all this stuff down. Then we had the house sprayed for pests and found out we could not come back in the house. And so it's been about, what, 5 days since we've been over here?
Yep.
And it's time to get back to where we left off. So, what do you want to start with?
Well, I want to start with the fact that we haven't been here in 5 days, yet our friends over here have multiplied yet again. There's lots of new toys in here for people who haven't been here in 5 days. Care to explain?
I haven't been here. What I'm concerned about is, what did he spray on my equipment to make them multiply some more?
Can he come spray some more?
Before the pest control, we told you all the things. All the things.
The project spun out of control.
Yeah, we had it, everything from this wall forward, living room, kitchen, all planned out. Great plan.
It was, still is.
Until when?
Until we got the final number of what that was gonna cost us to let somebody else do the job for us. Then it was kind of like a reality check. Turns
out what we like and what we have a budget for are not the same thing.
So I think we call that champagne taste on a beer budget. And right now we're working with Natty Light budget. But we want that top shelf champagne. So what's that lead us to, babe?
It leads us to Kevin getting go to the blue store, and I have permission to buy all sorts of things now.
He does. He has my full support in this. Here's my thing. If we're gonna tackle this project ourselves, which I think personally that we can do, yes, it may not be as great as if we had hired a contractor to do it, but maybe it would end up better because we get to personalize some things. If we're gonna do that, we're gonna need some new tools. So we need to go shopping.
Chelsea, we get to go to the blue store. Right now, I'm at the blue store so much that people know me and I walk in, they go, "Hey Kevin, how's it going?" I'm like, "Hey man, see you tomorrow."
Yeah, or later today.
Hey Kevin, do they holler at you and say, "Hey Kevin, did you punch in?"
I came close to getting a vest the other day. I asked a lady, could I have the vest? She goes, "A few more trips here and we may just give you a vest."
What we're really after is that employee discount. That's what we want at this point. Yes, we could have paid the man to do the job and it would have been fine, but the more we look at it and the more we've decided what we want in here, we really don't feel like it's going to be that tough. Yes, parts of it will be tough, but I think we can do it. And I think it's gonna be way more fun to bring you guys along while we do it, get your advice, get your suggestions, and see what happens.
Did I mention we get to buy more tools?
Yeah, you can buy a whole lot of tools for what we were about to pay someone to do the job. So you just go on your own little spending spree. As long as it's things that will help us with this little renovation project, I think it's fine.
So the plan has not actually changed. Everything that we said we're gonna do, we're still gonna do, but we're actually gonna do it. We're not gonna just write a check and then poof, the kitchen looks perfect.
Which means it's gonna take much longer. It's gonna be trial and error in some points, but at the end of the day, I think we'll have more pride in it if we did it ourselves and we can look around and say, we did that, or we learned this while doing that. So I think it's gonna be okay. Yes, it's gonna be a little chaotic and a little messy while we're living here.
It's perfectly clean right now, by the way.
Yeah, it gets messier by the minute, I think, in here. But I think it's okay. Like, we still have a few weeks until our appliances are delivered. So we have a little bit of time to get some of the major stuff done, and then we'll just work around the mess. We'll be okay. We've cooked in an RV kitchen for 3 years. We can make this work.
Plus, as you guys know, I have a new job, which gives me more time. Well, guess what? Alicia found a way to fill all my time.
All I had to do was say, babe, you can get some more tools from that old blue store you love, but we're gonna have to put those tools to work. So We have a big project ahead of us, but it's gonna be fun, I think. I don't think we expected to do this like this. When we got here today, we were fully expecting to pay the man, and the more we looked around, we decided we can figure this out. Like, how hard can it be? Yes, there will be hard parts, but how hard can it be?
Now, we're not gonna do everything ourselves. Like, we're gonna try to do everything ourselves that we feel comfortable with. We'll learn some things. But when we get to tricky points, we're gonna call the man back and let him come help us with certain tasks of the job. So we're not doing everything. I mean, we're gonna do everything. Everything we think we're confident enough to do.
The majority.
But on things like cabinet doors, we'll either buy those pre-made or have them built, but we'll install them. Painting will be us. Putting all the stuff in the ceiling, that'll be me. Making the ceiling look beautiful again, probably not me.
Yeah, we will probably pay someone to sheetrock. Let us know. Would you guys sheetrock it yourself and do all the things that sheetrock entails? It's a tedious job, especially on a ceiling. I feel like you'll see the seams and stuff if you're not a professional. But I mean, that's just a little minor part of it, and then we can come back in and cut the holes for the recessed lighting or the vents or whatever we want to add, the pendant lighting. So I think we can do this.
Do y'all want to see how much she's trying to convince herself? When we got here today, we sat here and we talked, and we were discussing how we can make the money work, because it's, when you get a guy like the guy we're talking to, you can't finance him. You have to have real money. So we've been going back and forth. How can we make it work? How can we make it work? And then we came up with the plan on how we could pay them the money to get it done. And once we figured the plan out, we both looked at each other and were like, why don't we just do it ourselves? So this is the funny story about how we started today. So today, Alicia walks in here and she was like, so how do we do this trim, right? How do we do this trim right here? Because it's good right there, but then when we get right here and we add new cabinets, she was like, how do we tie it in?
How do we tie it in? We got all this wood we're gonna take down. We can just use this to tie it in over there, I think. But yeah, I was drawing a blank on how we're gonna extend these cabinets out and still have trim. But old Kevin figured it out.
Yeah, so I told her, I was like, well, it's easy. You just follow the cabinets around. The cabinets make your pathway. And then you get back here, you follow it back in the wall. And then she goes, okay, now that we know that, let's do the whole job.
Decision made. Like, if you can do that, you can do anything. Start from the ceiling down and we'll be fine.
She literally chose probably one of the easiest tasks we're gonna have to do in this thing to decide if we're gonna do the whole kitchen. She was like, well, if we can figure the trim out, the rest will be easy. And I was like, that's it, downhill from there. We're doing the whole kitchen because we know how to do the trim.
Do you guys think we're making a mistake? Worse mistakes have been made.
Like buying an RV and traveling full time on the road for 3 years.
Or continuing to travel in a RV that has frame flex like they wanted us to do. What's the worst? We get in too far and then we have to call the man to come fix it for us? That's okay.
So now that you know that we are gonna probably do all the work ourselves now, I'm sorry, y'all may not get to say all of Tim's work. Tim does great work.
Yes, and it is nothing against Tim. Like, Tim is an amazing contractor, worker, whatever you call these people. He does a great job. Nothing but good has ever been said about him. It's just hard for us to let go of the amount of money, cash, that he wanted after spending so much on getting the house, furnishing the house, appliances for the house. Like, the list is ongoing. Yeah. All those little tools that keep multiplying, those weren't free. Despite what he may want you to think, those weren't free. So with all of the expenses that we are incurring, it just seemed like, A, it's gonna be more fun, probably more frustrating at times, to do it ourselves, but also it's gonna help us save a little money, which I think we will appreciate because there are other projects in the house that we wanna tackle.
More projects, you say? What could those be? Welcome to the room that started all this. We literally just wanted a walkthrough in this mudroom and it started this whole renovation.
It spun out of control like it always does. But this is still in the plans for everyone who's been asking. So if you're new here, we'll show you what's behind the doors.
What's that?
I'm not too sure. Probably a tool that has multiplied, if I had to guess. So we've got hot water heater, or water heater as some of you call it, and big AC stuff. I don't know what you call this.
I think it's called the air handler.
Yeah, so we've got all this. We want to be able to walk in from our car, come through this door, and walk through the walkway into our house. not go through the garage to get to the house and then have this as a separate space for our washer and dryer, extra fridge, things like that. So that means all of this has to be moved. We probably will have to pay a professional to move
for
things.
that,
Yeah.
I'll get to that in a minute. We are going to pay a guy for that.
Right.
And he's actually kind of affordable, way cheaper than I expected, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to help him with the wiring and some of the things,
Right.
but that man's going to do his job.
Yeah, and then once we move this out of the way.
I'm actually going to move that myself,
Yeah.
and then we may hire a plumber for the day to help tie it back in and do it the right way.
Right. And then we can tackle the job of opening the project.
Oh yeah, I've always wanted to run through a wall, like the Kool-Aid man.
I'm getting a sledgehammer.
I want the Kool-Aid man. Hey!
You better buy me a sledgehammer from that blue store because I want to hit stuff. But it's not a load-bearing wall, so that should be fairly simple and something that a beginner like us could tackle on our own and not have to pay the man for. So
This is also why we want to do the kitchen ourselves, because doing that, we can afford to do more of this stuff now.
Right, and we have some really big ticket items on our wish list, like windows and new driveway and septic system has to be updated, things like that. So we have some really big ticket items, and to just drop that amount of cash on just a kitchen that's truly functional as is, we just wanted to make it a little bit better. Seems like a smarter use of our money.
That being said, we had the guy come out and he told us all about that. He can totally grab that in one hand and walk it down the hall and put it in that closet.
He's gonna do that YouTube trick.
He actually said it's pretty
Done.
easy. So the good thing is you guys may not be able to see it. I'm gonna open the door.
Okay.
Hey Phil, so you see right behind Phil, behind that John Deere tractor, right? Go stand over there, Vanna.
Vanna.
So that corner right there is actually the closet we're gonna put that into. Well, up here in the attic, there is a solid run of where all the ducting comes from. And the return is right there. He literally said this is the easiest job ever. He's gonna block off this end, open up that end, connect it right back, good to go, no problem. Plus, he also said, since we're moving the internal stuff, this right here would have to have longer copper, longer wires, and everything else. But then he said, why is it in your driveway? Would you like it somewhere else? I said, I would love it somewhere else. I actually don't want it in my driveway at all. He goes, well, if you want to move that, it'll make everything cheaper because you don't have to run everything through the attic to where the new location is. So where do you think we're gonna put it? I'll take you there. Why, hello there.
Hello.
So this is where our new, I don't know what it's called, the condenser unit, the outside part of the AC is gonna go right here. And that way, it goes right up in the attic, and the spot where it's gonna go is about 15 feet inside the house right there.
Much, much better. Plus, it's not in our driveway, which I love.
I love
it's loud.
So it's gonna be right there. So AC unit getting moved was actually kind of affordable, and that's one of those things, I kind of let the man do it, because that's what he does.
Right, I agree.
This is another project we want to do ourselves, and we would like to do it sooner than later. That's why we're trying to save money. We want to be able to enjoy this, and right now it's technically still a deck.
Yes.
It's just not very kid-friendly because they've already all fallen off this at least once.
Yes, no one got hurt, thankfully, but it's just a matter of time, because when you're deep into playing, you're not paying attention. Are you going to fall off this big ledge here? So this has got to be addressed pretty soon, especially because we're going to move in during the months that we're going to be outside the most. So we've got to get this tackled.
And I know a lot of you guys said, do not go with a wood deck. Well, we were never going to go with the wood deck to begin with. We just said deck in the video. But we actually like the idea of it's the composite stuff. It's called Trex. That's one of the companies that make it. But you can get a composite decking that will never rot or need to be painted or stained.
Yes.
So we're exploring the ideas of how to make that work and how much we want to come out over here.
Right.
We also got a quote from some people on what it costs to do that, and it was so much that we're doing that ourselves.
Well, even just the Trex itself is so expensive that it almost forces you to do it yourself. But I think paying more up front in this area is the smarter thing to do, because Texas is hot, there's lots of heat, stain does not last, paint does not last. We know that from living at the lake and having to restain our dock every year and a half?
Every year.
Yeah.
And by the end of the year, it looked horrible.
It looked like you had never stained it before. So we don't want to waste our time and our money doing that every year. So we just figured, pay more up front. Let's do it ourselves. Again, how hard can it be? I'm gonna have to make a shirt. How hard can it be? Because that's my motto through all of this. How hard can it be?
Well,
we are not the first beginners to tackle projects like this. So if other people can do it, we can do it. Everything is a learned skill. We can learn it.
Plus, we have all you guys out there.
Exactly.
If we do something wrong, you can tell us, hey, next time you should do it like this. Because we know there's several of you guys out there who are HVAC people, you are carpenters, you're electricians. We've had several people reach out that are actually in the area. And that's another thing. If you are in the area and you want to come help us out, we'll gladly pay you for your skill if you just want to come help with parts of the thing. Because we would like to do it all ourselves, but there are certain things that we're going to have to pay people to help us with, and we'd love to pay you guys.
Right, and I think we even have a place that you may be able to set up shop if you have a small RV. We've got a little hookup. Now, we haven't tested it yet.
It's a 30 amp.
It's a 30 amp, but I mean, we've got the space. We wouldn't, I mean, of course we're going to vet you, but we wouldn't mind. The people who reach out and offer their help are the kindest people ever, because you have a skill that we don't have, and you're offering your expertise and everything to us, which we appreciate so much in the comments. So yes, having someone come and help us, we're totally open to that, and it would let us know if our 30 amp works.
Do y'all want to know a much bigger plan, which I was kind of hoping to put off, but it's gonna have to happen soon, because y'all have actually came up with the idea, and we actually talked about it too, that we should move this fence to the actual property line as soon as possible.
Yes,
that
agree.
way certain things don't get lost in translations, and over the years it just never moves again.
Right, well, and whenever you're planning out your backyard area, you kind of want to know, like, where is my property line, so that any ideas that you're considering, you can make sure that you're putting them in the best place, not the best place for the current fence that's here.
So that being said, we also got a quote for the new fence.
World's loudest.
Okay,
airplane.
let's let him go by.
Oh, he's low. He sounds like a weed eater. Your lawnmower is louder than that.
So we got a quote for a new fence, and we discussed going back with a, it's a cattle fence with 1 or 2 strands of barbed wire on top. I decided, I had a fence one time when me and Alicia first met. It was a ranch style fence. So it's a 4x6 wire fencing with 4 boards, like a horse fence, a ranch style fence.
Yes, and it was beautiful. I loved that fence.
So that's what we want to do. We want a beautiful ranch style fence, but when we got the price, I was like, well, we're gonna do that ourselves, because there's no way I'm paying someone that much money to dig some holes and nail some boards in.
Hey, just the price of the barbed wire fence was like more than I was comfortable spending on a fence. So I can't imagine the price with the boards and all that. That's too much.
So that's another project we're doing ourselves. So if you want to come over here and dig some holes, some postal diggers, and help me pour some concrete and line some things out, we're gonna have to do that. And we should probably do that sooner than later, because it's about to get real hot here.
Yes, we'll have some sweet tea or some adult beverages ready for you if you want to volunteer for that job, because Texas gets hot.
Do y'all remember the new man cave shop? Well, it's steadily collecting more and more things. More and more things. But this room is the room that made us confident in the idea of everything we want to do inside the house.
Right.
So for some reason, I am not scared at all about ripping this entire building apart and doing everything from scratch. There's lots of things to do here, and it doesn't bother me because it's a shop.
Right. It's not like your main living area.
But that shouldn't be the case, because if I'm not afraid to do this, I should not be afraid to do anything in there.
Right. Like, what's the worst you can mess up? Like, if you mess up, you try again and still come out cheaper, or call a professional and have them help you with that specific problem that you can't figure out on your own. I mean, it doesn't hurt to try.
Like, for example, I have no problem trimming this foam back, finding the studs, running all new electrical lines, setting up my lights the way I want them to, changing out that fan possibly, because it's kind of weird. It works half the time. But when it comes to this garage door, I'm just going to buy the garage door and have the guys install it.
Right.
Because I want it to work, and I want it to seal, and I want it to do all the things.
Right, right.
Like these French doors. When it comes time to get doors, I probably won't do that myself, because people that do doors are pretty good at that.
Right. Doors and windows, I feel like, are like big items, and there's a reason they cost what they do, because if you don't do them right, you're going to have trouble with them later down the road.
But overall, we will do 75% of the work in here, with 25% being done by professionals that are basically the finishers. They do the details that matter. So if we can do it in here, we can for sure do it in there.
We absolutely can. This is our pep talk to ourselves, y'all. If you haven't noticed, we are talking ourselves into all of these projects because I think it's also important, like, to show the audience, like, you can tackle things on your own, things you have no skill in, no knowledge of. The internet, YouTube, is a great source of information, and anything you want to learn is literally already been done. So you just have to find those people who did it and did it well and learn from them and apply it to your own project.
She really swinging that pep talk, isn't she?
I got it.
We're going to watch YouTube videos on how to make YouTube videos about making YouTube videos.
I am an inspirational speaker for projects that need to get done. If you want to hire me, I do charge.
You know, we joked in the last one about how it's HGTV. I think secretly you just want to be your own HGTV.
I do. Like, you see it done on HGTV. Like, anyone can do it. And if you can't, there's a professional that can bail you out.
And if you can't do it well, we'll just edit it in and make it look like it's way better than it is.
Right.
We'll be like, there we are, we're done. And I'll snap the finger and it'll be like after somebody came by and fixed all the mess ups.
Yeah, that would be funny. I told him, like, if we spend the money and we do it ourselves and we mess up a little bit, I'm okay with that. If I pay a professional and they don't do it to our high expectation, I will be a little bummed that we spent all that money and it still isn't what we want. So I think tackling it is way more fun. It gives us an opportunity to keep learning, to try new things, to do new things, and to show our children and you guys that hard things can be done and new skills can be learned.
Y'all want to take bets on whether or not me and Alicia continue this project without fighting at least once?
Yeah, I told him. I said it's going to be 3 times as frustrating, which means 3 times the amount of fights, and it'll probably take us 3 times as long as if we had just paid someone. But in the end, it will be worth it. The fights will be worth it. The disagreements. I won't say fights.
We've never really fought.
Yeah, we don't fight.
No, I'll take it back. We fought one time over a car seat. If you ever want to know how angry you can be, try to put a car seat as new parents, the first time trying to put a car seat in a car that neither one of us fit in, and neither one of us knew how to do it, but both of us thought we were the experts on car seats.
I more so thought I was the expert than him, and I was not contributing to the installation process. I was just barking in the background about how he was not doing it correctly. So yes, he had every reason to be mad at that point. But yeah, we don't really fight. We do have disagreements. We talk through them. We try to remain as neutral as possible about it and not let our emotions get into it. So I'm sure we'll have some of those moments, or moments where we'll have to compromise and we'll have to do it his way or he'll have to do it my way. But that's all part of it. That's part of a relationship. So I'm excited. I'm a tad nervous, but I think it's good to be nervous, because if we went in like, oh, we're going to do this and we're going to rock it with no nerves, and then things started not working out, I think it would kill your momentum. So going in with a little nerves, that's okay.
Also, Katie. Thanks, Katie, again. Greg told me that we need to apply for a commercial account at the Blue Store and we will save tons of money.
Oh.
Well, now that we're going to be commercialing ourselves, we're going to be applying for the commercial account because we're going to need to save lots of money.
Yes, and also thanks to Greg and Katie for giving Phil his new hat. Kevin will never say thank you for that because it was a Dodge hat. I'm not sure if he's wearing it today. I haven't paid attention, but if he is, he wants you to know that he really appreciates it.
Greg, thank you from the bottom of my heart for that hat. It means a lot to me. Thank you again.
So, we think it's important because we are chronologically, how do you say that?
Chronologically?
We're going to be showing the before and after. So let's take one last look at before we decide to work for ourselves.
Here is our kitchen before any extra work.
Before we made a terrible decision to do it ourselves.
Oh, hush. We're going to go into this optimistically. Here is all of this. Okay. What's first on our list?
Well, from here over, all this up to this corner.
Okay.
That needs to not be there, but we need to take it apart like we want to reuse it.
Gently.
So very carefully, we're going to take all that down because we're going to reuse it to finish it out when we're done.
Okay. Anyone want to take a guess how much rat poop's going to be up there? If it's as much as was here, I'm not excited. All right, and we do have some helpers here. We got Lolo and Phil. Lolo and I have matching uniforms today.
And me.
And you. And Ashley and Bubba. And look,
was I supposed to start yet?
He's already one board down. All right.
Bill, you just can't go in your truck.
Maybe after the project's over, if we don't use them all. I'm so shocked at how easy it's coming out. Are these just staples?
They're finishing nails.
Oh, okay. We know all about those from the... No, not the RV. The RV had staples.
And finishing nails.
That one doesn't have to be saved.
Yeah, but I want to figure out how it comes apart before I go piece.
Oh, maybe take the trim at the top off first.
Thank you, Joanna.
Yes, you're welcome, Chip. Act like you've done this before or something.
Oh.
I said, you act like you've done this before or something.
I mean, in one video, I've done it once. But in the oil field, they say if you've done it once, you're an expert.
You're an expert. This is why you need safety equipment. I think I'll be buying me some when we get to Lowe's. Oh, my piece came off. Like here.
Go on the top and try to go into that crack and bend it over. Watch your noggin.
Bend it down?
Yeah. Don't put your finger up in there yet.
Oh.
You know, we have a saying in the oil field.
We're not in the oil field.
You know what we say? We don't put your finger somewhere you wouldn't put something else. And you just put your finger somewhere you put something else. We have trim pieces, we have wood paneling, and then we have the weirdest framing ever as the structure.
I think it's because we're working with a few different generations of building.
Several generations.
Yeah, everyone built on top of the other person. And then we came in and ripped it all down. This is so much fun. I mean, I'm already sweating and we're like 2 minutes in. But it's still so much fun. Nail to the back wasn't that much fun. That one got me.
I told you about those nails.
It got me. I hope I don't get tetanus. So I'm just going all the way back, huh?
Uh-huh.
Boom.
All gone. We still have to get that bolt out.
Yeah, that's gonna be all you.
No, someone has to go in the attic and someone has to stay down here because it's spinning up in the attic.
Oh, okay.
So whatever they hooked it to, it's not holding it, so it's just...
I can tell you who's not going in the attic because I don't want to come crashing down below. But yes, it's awesome.
What'd you do here? What'd you do here? Was that you?
Yeah, that was that pry bar. There was like 14 nails that met up with themselves right there, so I had to like work into it, but I almost went through the ceiling.
You know what she said? Well, we're gonna fix it anyway, so I mean, who cares?
Well, a hole never
Which is
hurt
the
nobody.
idea, but you try not to make too many of those.
I never made one there too. Few over here. This is when I was still learning how to use the pry bar. Now I've almost got it. I always go the opposite way you're supposed to use it. So that's disgusting.
Yeah, we'll have to get to cleaning that.
Yeah, but look at us. We did it.
Man, look how much it opens up. So look.
Ding, ding, and
There's
ding.
your pant lights. That's how they look.
Yeah, they'll just be longer.
I mean,
That's awesome.
one won't be yellow, one won't be black. You get the idea. That's what they'll hang to.
Can they always be held up by you? Yes, it looks so good. So good call on us removing that.
Did you just get good call yourself?
Yeah, we thought of that. What's project number 2? since we tackled that so quickly.
You're Joanna. I'm just here for the chip stuff.
Oh, I'm supposed to tell you what to do?
Yeah.
Y'all hear that? Let's remind him of that in a few weeks when he's sick of me telling him what to do. I think next is, I have no idea, honestly.
I really thought this would take longer. I thought this would be the end of the video.
Right.
This took like 20 minutes.
You're good. Yeah, she's self-sufficient 4-year-old over there. Just handling things. Let's make sure it's not hot water. Here, so you...
Really? How's it gonna be hot water when it's not even wired up?
Oh yeah, we don't have hot water yet. That's why I couldn't mop good the other day. I was trying to get hot water to come out.
Well, I know what I want to do.
No. Can't take Phil's spot.
So what are we gonna do now?
Maybe take off the bottom cabinets,
Like the doors?
the doors, because we know we probably want to replace those.
So you want to take those off and save our stuff?
And then we can figure out what size we need to go buy and get those hidden hinges.
Does that mean we're going to the blue store?
Eventually, we need more than just that to go there.
No, you can go as many times as you want. You don't need an extra excuse to go to the blue store. You can go 4, 5, 6 times a day. They've never said a word about me coming too much. They just say, hey Kevin, glad you're back. See you later today. Hey, what are you doing?
My favorite thing, sleeping. I know we're gonna have more mess, but I can't help myself. What are you doing?
I've already gotten one off.
Oh, look at you. So what do? Do we just measure these and go buy them at Home Depot? Is that how this works?
Well, number one, we don't go to Home Depot.
Oh, shoot, I said the wrong store.
I mean, we will, but we won't tell them about it.
Yeah.
I'll put disguises on, you'll never know I was there.
I don't know.
I'm convinced right now if I walked into Home Depot, they would call down to the blue store and like, hey, your boy's lost.
Get your employee. I'm hard at work. I wish I could just let the floor be dirty, but it literally drives me
We're in the
insane.
middle of a deconstruction zone and you're still cleaning up as I'm working.
I just like a clean space. Is anyone else like that?
It's gonna be dirty in like 30 seconds.
I know, but imagine those 30 seconds of it being nice and clean. It'll be worth it. Okay, look, I'm done.
Hey.
It's intriguing footage we're filming here.
It's epic. Oh, we only had one screw there. Good job. I'm gonna hold that door up, it's gonna fall off in a minute. Ooh.
That didn't hold so well.
Oh, look, more of your friend stuff.
Oh, that's just spiders.
And rat poop in it.
No, those are roly-polies.
Oh, they got roly-polies?
Yeah. How did a roly-poly get up into that is the...
He rolled.
He rolled. That joke. Our babysitter is hard at work. We got 1, 2, 3. Thanks Phil and Lolo for being our babysitter so we can get a little work done. They're having a blast. I don't know if you can see. There we go.
You know what this is?
What?
It is actually a drawer.
Oh!
It's a drawer board
It
that
sure
they
is.
use for a cabinet door.
As a cabinet door. Custom.
These are custom made well, they're not custom, they're made cabinets. Someone made these cabinets.
They were customly made.
They are custom made, but they were made to fit a purpose.
Yeah.
So from there to there, that is something that's homemade because the back paneling is still on.
Right.
And these are all not cabinet boards,
Yes.
right? This one is also made to fit a space.
Custom.
They don't match the ones down below. Like the ones
Right.
down below, like these are bought from like Lowe's.
Right.
These are custom made.
Oh yeah, I didn't even
So they're
notice
different.
that. Yep.
They're homemade. So I'm
Homemade,
thinking,
that's a good word.
thinking, because we hate all this anyway, and
Right,
we're
we
actually
hate the
from here
paneling.
over, we had to fix that anyway for the microwave.
Uh-huh.
So maybe we rip all the uppers out, the
Yeah.
lowers stay the same, and then we do all uppers, pantry, fridge, pantry.
I think I like it.
And that way everything up top matches.
It's matching and it's not
Because this is a standard size. Like you'll be able to just throw it up there.
right.
And then this one, we may have to call a cabinet
Yes.
guy to make it work, or if Lowe's can sort out like a custom size.
Right.
But we're gonna hang a microwave from this.
Right.
So it needs to make sure it's good.
Yeah.
Because
Solid to hold it. Yeah. And then this, we hate it anyway.
Yeah, that's the laziest lazy Susan I've ever seen.
I can't reach. Like, that's as far as I go. So that's not.
But I saw them today.
This is awful. So we wanted that gone anyway.
They have the ones that are square. And it rolls through and it brings everything out to you.
Yes, so the door actually rolls with the Lazy Susan, which is the way I've always seen it done. So I think for sure that's definitely what we would want, but also, I mean, I guess you could store your things at the top because I can't reach.
Oh, I get this one spot?
Yeah, and the uppers up here.
So the doors are off, but the more I see it, the more I think this is all built to fit something. And it might be better off because look, we have to reface this to make it work.
Right, and this was gonna be changed anyway because it's too short.
So the thing is, it's like we might be better off. It might be cheaper instead of patching buying these from Lowe's or maybe the orange store if they have a better price because we will shop. But getting them made because Lowe's can actually come out and if it's not a standard size, they can measure it and make it fit.
Okay.
And you can install them or they can install them. But the thing is, we can get it to fit our space. Like when we do these, they'll make them fit exactly what we were going to have built.
Yeah.
So if you want them 30 or whatever length we or width we want,
30, yeah.
They can make them that way.
If there's not pre-made
So we can order pre-made ones, a combination of custom made to fit our space, and then it's just a matter of installing it.
Okay.
And then down here, we'll just have to have doors made.
Yeah, down here I'm not too concerned with. I mean,
I think it's cool.
It's odd to me that there's no like dividers in between like normal. But that's just because they did it the cheaper way. Also, it's got the paneling in the back, or the board in the back that was just painted.
I'm totally fine with this one.
Yeah, like
it's not my eye level. I don't open it up to grab a coffee cup and I see paneling.
And say, ugh. Yeah, so I can live with that.
Overall, it's not terrible. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, this is fine.
I'm okay with all this.
Right.
I just think.
Let's see what's in here. Oh yeah, that was all.
That one's a store-bought one. So
yeah.
I'm just not okay with that. Plus, if I do that, I can fix the lighting that's got wires. Do you show them the wires?
Yeah. So we've got like wires coming through to our underlight here. So
you could fix that and do it.
Yeah, like this shelf is kind of useless with this here. Like you would never put anything here. So we could fix that. Will it all be this color? I like this color.
If they're store-bought, yes, they will be the interior.
Okay. Okay, so that's our plan.
Look, hey, by the way, does anybody need some hinges?
Hinges, screws, all kinds of goodies in this drawer. Let's consult with Lolo and Phil and see what they think.
I bet your dad's gonna try to put those in the deer stand.
Gonna say, can I use them? Can I have them?
I'm the only deer stand that's got cabinets in it.
Take them out gently. He was very mad that we didn't take these cabinets out very gently so that he could reuse those somewhere else. But it was just easier to demo those.
Now you can see how crooked these lights are.
Now you can see how our OCD bothers us.
This one right here needs to move over.
Gotta move an air vent first. But all to come.
It's a slippery slope. That's a slippery slope.
It is. Everything's a slippery slope, and when you start looking, you start seeing a million other things you want to change. But I think what you said with the cabinets is a good idea because we were going to do a lot of patching in that area to fix those front two cabinets with the Lazy Susan and the little hole. And then these over here, we were going to have to do a lot to get the back covered so we don't see paneling. So starting new there is probably a good idea.
It's probably the best choice.
Yeah.
What do y'all think? Because I promise by the time you give this opinion, we have not bought these yet because this process slowed way down.
And it'll be, like it'll match, like have the same interior, which I think will look nice.
They probably think we're so crazy. They probably think we are so crazy.
It's okay. It's okay.
Because if you go back and look, it was a livable house like two videos ago.
It was. We said we could move right in, and we actually could have. But if you're making it a home, make it your own. And that's what we're doing. We knew this was a project house, so we're starting with one of the bigger projects.
Do y'all want to know a secret? We're doing the house first, so when we go outside to the barn, there's no questions asked about what I want done.
I don't care what you do after you give me what I want in here.
I want to go on record that our next step is a terrible idea. But Alicia is all in. She's all in. Alicia wants to do it. I'm going to say right now it's a terrible idea, but and the end result is the same. It's going to have to happen eventually, but right now, it's still usable. We haven't we haven't gone past the point of no return. We can still bail out and hire the man. But the next step, we can still hire the man, but the next step, we've gone really far.
The next step, if we had to hire the man, we've already done the demo for him. We don't have to pay for that portion. So, yeah, we don't know what's holding these up to the wall.
Probably not a lot.
There's nothing here, as far as I can see back, holding it to the ceiling.
And there's just wood paneling behind it, so I don't...
Yeah, like, I can't imagine.
It probably just comes right off.
Oh, look. I just found it.
They nail nails through the side.
Nails through it are going right here.
Oh, so they're not going to be great. No. We got to get the wires undone, babe.
No. I'm just looking to see if it's that way the whole way back. You thought I was about to like grab the drill and get going? No, I'm not that committed. Yeah, that's exactly how they're held. So there's a bunch of...
So they just nailed nails in at an angle.
Angled nails.
Which means they're barely in there.
I mean, maybe they're long nails, like that long one over there. Yeah, these gotta go. I think these should go today. Like, we're here, we're doing it. Let's do this.
Listen here, Joanna.
Joanna never had told Chip, let's do this. She tells him he knocks them down, he knocks it down, baby. Knock it down.
Stop it right now.
Stop what?
Stop it. That's not the order we're doing it in. Stop it.
I'm just cleaning it so that whenever you're ready,
you are ready. Jumping the gun and skipping steps.
I unplugged that wire for you.
We're not ready for that.
What do we gotta do?
We have to get the trim off first, and then we'll sort out our plan. We don't just, you're like over here like, oh, it's off the wall almost. Let's go. Let's just cut wires.
I forgot that we had to take the trim off. You did tell me that off camera or just a second ago, and I'm just like excited. I want this stuff down. Mostly because I'm excited to have finished out cabinets. That was one thing we were thinking about compromising on to save on money if we were to hire someone, was to just leave it as is, and I wasn't very thrilled about that, but I understood to save money it was maybe necessary. So I'm super stoked to now be having finished cabinets soon.
I'm gonna make a prediction, 100%. The wire for this light is wired to that plug right there.
Oh, look, I bet we could find out. How do you kill it?
Oh.
I don't know how.
You can get turned on first. Then you hit the test. Oh, well, well, that's interesting. Where does that wire go then?
This one right here. Let's see when it hit test.
Yep.
I unplugged these.
Well, wonder where that wire goes. There it goes.
Telling you, the first time I came here.
No, actually it could be wired up to not trip on the test because they did the going into the plug.
Oh, but I swear the first time I came here, I hit a light over there and it turned these on. Never did it again, so I might be dreaming that, but I really thought it was like hardwired in, which I was impressed about.
Oh, it's hardwired to something.
Something.
It's just not a switch.
Right.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Huh?
Most importantly, I'm trying not to fall. Because I don't want to go down this, but I'm just trying to get this piece off so we can get those boards up top out, and then we can take these cabinets down.
It's just like that, huh?
Can we do that at some point?
Guess what we found? We found a birdie.
We found 2 baby birds in our nest. And what's the mama been doing?
I'm giving them food.
What kind of food?
Worms.
Worms. Except she flies off every time we come. We got 2 babies. Too cute. What are you up to?
I'm finding my own worms. So I found out where the wire's hooked through the power supply for
like you said.
But not on the safe side. It's on the coming in side. So if you trip it, it still has power.
Oh, okay.
That's why when we tripped it, it still had power because it's wired on before it gets there.
Just what you said.
So it's there.
Yeah.
But there's just enough slack to see that it's there. There's not enough slack to actually do any work.
Right. You got this light down.
Oh yeah, that light. This light was sketchy. This light was sketchy.
Yeah.
So when I grabbed the wire, I got to taste electricity because remember those rats we had?
Yeah.
Well, they chewed through the neutral. So I touched neutral and ground when I pulled it down, and that was in the attic.
Yes.
And I was like, that tasted funny.
We've since killed the power. Aggressive.
We're getting serious now.
Oh my.
Don't get that by me.
What is that?
Laughter.
Oh, do you hear it? It sounds awful.
What is that stuff?
Good. That's called insulation. That's what keeps your house cool and warm.
It's what kept those rats warm. There's, whoa, you should see how much.
Go show them.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they've been up here. This is their freeway. They've been running all the way around up here. Hey.
Don't break that towel.
Things are getting serious real quick. Told y'all it's a terrible idea. You notice who's not participating in the terrible idea, so she can blame me.
I'm over here worrying about dinner, ordering food before we all get hangry. But don't break my towel, for real.
We'll have to get new ones. Oh man. You know,
wow.
Greg told us about some tile deals from, look at that, quality job right there.
Hey, things happen.
What do you mean things happen? We can't go the same direction?
Oh man.
All I'm saying is if I paid for that, I'd be like, how come you couldn't go the same direction as the rest of the
Go
wall?
up and down, yeah.
There's still time to go back.
Go show them what happened.
We got it coming. Got it coming our way. In a minute, it's gonna find itself. It's gonna find its natural balance.
Somebody.
It's gonna stop being on this wall.
Let's fix towels over here. Yeah, it's going good.
I know I've taken this whole kitchen apart with a pry bar. and a few whacks of a hammer.
Uh-oh. Heard a little piece of towel. It's
Maybe a little
sick.
bit. So,
Little nicky.
we're making it come off.
Yeah. Look at that. Why don't we just wait till now to bring out the big guns of the tool?
Because I got to a point where I didn't want to deal with all that's
Yeah,
there.
but that would have been helpful over here and over here.
Oh, man.
Look at you.
Oh, things are happening.
There's one over there too. So there's like.
Bill, you better get a hold of it.
I don't think it's falling.
Not yet.
Here's where we have to buy.
There's one on this side, a nail. Yeah.
There's one right here.
Oh, they had some in the bottom too? Okay.
Coming now. Better get on that.
Whoa.
Set it down.
Woohoo! Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Man. That's an effective use of the hammer.
So,
Things got real.
we're committed now.
We are committed.
Hey, you like this little custom junction box they have right here in the wall? They had it hidden with this little panel. It's like an RV.
At least it's there.
This one might get fun.
Should we do the other one? No, we should do that one next.
Well, we can start here and work that way, but eventually you have to face your fear and get to the corner.
Yeah. I think the more you can get off the top, the easier it'll be.
Yeah, I think so. I need to work on this.
Okay.
I still think this was a terrible idea.
Why?
We are past the point of no return.
Hey, demo's done.
We have nothing on the walls.
Oh, man.
You know what I learned?
What?
I'm really good at making cabinets go away. Don't know how to make them come back.
That's what I said. If they came back as quick as they went away, we'd be all set. By tomorrow, we could move in. But unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. And it looks like we got a lot to do. This ceiling is not cool.
It's not great. It could be better.
But it's going away. You mentioned you might want to take it down to the studs. I don't think we should do that.
No, certain parts.
Oh, yeah.
So I can put electrical outlets where they should go.
Oh, I see. Maybe.
What are they crying about? Are they destructing in their room too?
I haven't been back there in hours. I can only imagine what it looks like. But yeah, I don't know. This is a lot, but it's open. Got an open concept living now.
I'm gonna go to the living room and look at you.
Bye.
It's funny because I can still see the outline of the cabinets.
I know, it almost makes it look like they're still here, but it feels like 3 times bigger than what it was, which is cool. and it makes me super excited to hurry up and let's get these other cabinets on.
As crazy as this is, it doesn't matter how much it costs us. It's gonna 100% be like half of what we would have paid.
Oh yeah,
to get it
just
done.
this part alone. Like if I was the one doing this for someone, I'd have charged a pretty penny just for the demo.
Demo was fun.
I know it's fun, but like it's a little time consuming, and if people don't want to do it because they don't want rat poop falling on them or scraping their heads with nails and stuff like that, then you can get some money out of them. But this is a little worrisome for me.
What?
Over here, this side over here with this drywall and
You
this
won't even
trim
notice.
missing. Mark his words. I won't even notice.
You won't even notice.
I hope I don't. We did come up, or actually my mom came up with the idea to just take the cabinets to the ceiling.
Ceiling.
Yeah, now that we don't have that header there and that border, that trim, I think that's a great idea. So you can have extra cabinets up top for you and your tall self. So I think that'll make it a lot easier to tie in the trim, or if we want to if we want to get new trim, crown molding, like my attempt at a wink there. That would be cool. I mean, if we're already going to get new ceiling anyway, that's got to come down, so why not replace it with
It's a
what we
slippery
want?
slope.
This is what happens. One leads to the other, to the other, to the other, and eventually nothing gets done because we have a million projects going on. We've rambled enough. What do you guys think? What do you think of the progress we made today? Also, do you think this is a terrible idea like Kevin, or are you team let's get it done like me? Let us know in the comments, and we love you guys. We'll see you in the next one.
Okay, those little things here. Quiet on the set.
Quiet on the set. We got lots to talk about today.